Now, Kristen, you mentioned to me, and I remember you telling me something, and I don't know if you remember it, but I said, I've got to remember it, this statement that you told me. And I said, I hope you remember it because I'm going to ask you. Oh, wait a minute. Oreo's doing a trick. Oreo's doing a trick. Oreo's doing a trick. Okay. Yeah, I know. That's her little trick. Yay. Hold it. You told me a little statement, and I want you, do you remember what that was?
I think it was at the Bowie Claw party
Okay.
to celebrate their 1-year anniversary.
Yes, yes.
And you were excited about the progress that you were making, and I said that something akin to we had woken the giant, that that the need is there, and that the people now know that there's a venue to express their need through Claw, and that we've awoken a giant, and we will push this through, and we will get this shelter that is really important to Bowie.
Yeah, and just with the, well, I mean, I just love your doggy. So let's go back to Kimmy. Kimmy, you have other dogs in your family, right? Yeah, I'm just kicking them. Move that microphone. Get that microphone over to her.
Yes,
I'm sorry. We're sharing a microphone, guys. Okay.
Yes,
So
I have 2 other dogs, Brandy, and I also have Toby, who was on a previous show of yours for the Canine Fitness Center.
Uh-huh.
And Toby was from, I adopted him from the same rescue, and he only has 3 legs. He was rescued from a crack house. And I was told that he was attacked by a Rottweiler. That's how he lost his leg. So I have actually the 3, my 3 pups, and I couldn't.
And they get along.
They get along, exactly, and I couldn't imagine life without them. I mean, I come home from work and they're there, and you know, it's just special. It really is, and also seeing Kimmy and Toby evolve, you know, from what I saw them, you know, when they were in the rescue to now, it's just, it really warms my heart. So,
that's
yeah, really, it's, you know, if you can adopt an animal, I tell you, it really means a lot, and they will love you 110%, you know.
Yeah, DJ, give the microphone to Tim, because I want to ask Tim a question. We were talking before the show, and we were talking about adopted animals, and you said something to me about how adopted animals feel. Can you tell us that again? Can you share that with us?
Sure. I've talked to a number of people, and my wife, Kristen, I think, is a big proponent of this, that I think animals know that when they've been in a really bad situation, that life is terrible, and that I think when they've been rescued, they know that they're in a much better situation, and I think they make really good pets because they're just so grateful to have been rescued and to be in a better situation, and you know, if it's good for them, it's good for us, because I think she's been one of the greatest dogs we've ever had.
Yeah, I think so. I see how beautiful her big brown eyes are. I agree with you, Tim, and I know I have 3. My dogs are all rescues, and they didn't come from puppy mills, but they did get rescued, and I think that's the only animal all of us will have now, right? Is a rescue?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have 2 cats, and they're both rescued too, and they all get along pretty well.
And they get along.
Yeah.
So, okay, so good. Great, okay. Now, I know, Terry, you have no other animals, but you used to have one.
Yes.
And the I don't know what your other doggy was, Twinkie, I think it was. And comparison, I don't know how Twinkie's situation was, but comparison to Gretchen, what was that like? Was Twinkie a rescue as well, or?
Well, we got her because there was a death in the family.
Oh.
Tom's sister and her husband were killed by a drunk driver in a car accident.
Ooh.
But anyway, and so she had just gotten this little puppy for Mother's Day, and this was Memorial Day when the accident happened. And so we took the little dachshund. It was a mini dachshund. It looked just like Gretchen, and so we had her for almost 18 years. And unfortunately, she did pass away due to cancer. And it took about 9 months before we decided to get another dog. And so we then went down to the animal shelter in Upper Marlboro. We didn't find any dachshunds or dachshund mixes. And then we went to the website, Ducks and Rescue Care Canada, and that's how we got her. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're all the dog, and I think Oreo's fallen asleep. She just loves it. You can tell they all love. Now, can you guys as a family share any thoughts on any challenges that you might have faced having a puppy mill, a dog rescued?
You just have to be very patient, because they don't know how to be a dog, and you have to kind of train them how to be one. I mean, walking on a leash and going out and regular walks, and so that's the only thing I can tell you. You have to be very, very patient. It takes a long time.
We were told not to crate her like you might crate a normal dog because of what her prior situation was. So we started her out in the laundry room with a baby gate. And then as she progressed and was able to make it through the night, we brought that out into the kitchen. And then as that progressed and she was clearly making progress, she has free roam of the house now without any problems at all. So it was just little baby steps, little progress here, progress there, and just increasing her freedom as she made that progress. And now it's not a problem for her to have free roam in the house. She doesn't have problems.
And I know Kimmy has free room, and I know Gretchen and as a matter of fact, quickly, I don't know if we can pull up a picture of Gretchen at her home. I don't know if my guy has a little bit of picture. Gretchen, because I've forgotten, Terry, I'm sorry, forgot you. And there's Gretchen. Gretchen with her Santa stocking. Okay,
Christmas.
And do we have an? I think
This past Christmas.
Christmas. Okay, and do we have another one, Gretchen? And that's her
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yes.
Okay. And then we have family
family.
portrait. Yay, family portrait. That's Tom, by the way, her husband.
Yes.
And do we have one more? And then we feeding time.
That's her first breakfast at home at her new home,
my
at our house.
gosh.
That's her first breakfast. So
That's so wonderful. That is so wonderful.
Yeah.
I
She
think
is.
I think that's really wonderful for everybody to. And I don't know, Karen, you probably have a little bit of. I mean, is there if somebody wanted to rescue one for help rescue or adopt an animal, is there any way they can find out how to maybe rescue from a puppy mill? Do you know, or is there anything?
Well, a lot of breed rescues have animals that came from puppy mills. And there's a lot of them right in the shelter. A lot of people think that just mixed breed animals are in the shelter. I believe that it's a 30% of purebred animals in the area shelters, or any
Excellent.
shelter.
So, guys, check the shelter, check our website, keep supporting the mission of Bowie Claw and the citizens of Bowie, as well as their pets. We really do, the citizens have spoken, we really do need a shelter in Bowie. The citizens have spoken. We are trying to speak for you. We're trying to speak for the animals who cannot speak for themselves. So when somebody asks you to sign a letter, please sign it and support us. And I will tell you one more thing before ending. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope everybody enjoyed this. And I would like to ask you one thing. Please spay or neuter your pets to prevent more homeless animals, because they are a cause for Paws. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.